All right, everybody. This is a video that will probably be a bit lengthy because I really want to try and get across the power of CIT. I don't think everyone's grasping how strong this program is and what it can do. Okay, so let's just start right at the beginning here. You get two different types of people that we're marketing at. You get the passive earner. That's a person that is going to put in a little bit of money, and that money is going to work for them. They are not going to put any effort into telling anyone in the whole world about it. It's that person that's like I'm in my office at the moment. Just put a couple of bucks away, and that money is going to work. Now, let's just be real honest. It takes a bit of money to make money. You're not going to make a fortune straight away. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen overnight. There's no way in this world that it's going to happen overnight unless you win the lotto or, I don't know, one on a poker table or something. But that even took work because you had to play. So this is literally passive income. You're sleeping, you're going to do whatever you want to do during the day, but you're not focusing on this money generating you money through affiliates. This is working for you. All right. The other person that we're marketing at is the person that is business minded. They've got energy. They can't sit still, and they want to go and tell people all about the opportunity, and they want to go and spread the news. And through this, they get rewarded in some form or fashion, and this will help speed up the process that they generate an income. And come a point in time where they choose to stop and they don't want to tell the world anymore, then this money should continue to create an income. Okay, and it's very important that we discern between the two, because a passive earner in this program is going to be coming in two folds. Either a person that comes with a nominal amount and then over a period of time is going to grow this into a phenomenal amount, or someone that comes in with a reasonable good principal capital and then eventually will grow this into a phenomenal amount, but just quicker because the capital that they put in was a lot larger. All right, so let's start with this passive earner. What is the passive earner? What is the potential that they could possibly earn? I'm going to show you a couple of things, and I'm going to talk to you about CIT and CIC. Just briefly, an overview. There are other presentations that are on the channel at the moment that you can go and view that briefly describes what we're doing. But this one's intense. This is about where we talk money. Okay. We're currently in the first stage. So most people are purchasing CIT for about 80 cents if we use dollars, 80 cents, and purchasing whatever amount of tokens that they wished. Okay. By the time we finish the ICO, all right, one token will have a value of $1.20. Okay. So just by purchasing it and holding it, you've generated some money. Okay. So bear that in mind. Bought it for 80 cents. By the time that's worth currently, by the time we finish the ICO, it'll be worth $1.20. Okay. You should write this down. Okay, write this down because this is important. You've just made some money by doing absolutely nothing except purchasing CIT. Okay, then we've got the coin that will eventually come in a couple of weeks from now, and we're going to match that coin. Okay, and if you've watched some of the other presentations, you'd have heard me saying to you that one CIC, we're going to match you one for one. So one CIC for every CIT that you hold, all right? And we've also been telling you that CIC will go to the exchanges, and you'll be able to use this as a coin to purchase goods and services, X, Y, Z, and you'll be able to use CIC to trade with and to grow more coins. Okay. The real value of CIC, though, is still determined by the assets that's backing it, which would be what's backing CIT. So just bear that in mind. Okay. I think I've given a great hint. For every CIT you own, you bought it for 80 cents at the moment, it'll be worth $1.20, and we're going to match you 1 for 1. So we're doubling some income there, right? We're doubling value. We're doubling principal income, your principal capital, okay? It's held in 2 different things, right? One is CIT, one is CIC. Got to get that concept right. CIT earns you a passive income, okay? That's principal capital that you've put out there, you've paid us, and we're going to return you a weekly income through the short-term trading. We'll return you an income through long-term trading, and we're going to return you an income through the mining, which will be paid to you monthly. All right? So very important to understand that what I'm going to show you now is based on just short-term trading. So CIT, you bought it for 80 cents, went to $1.20, you made a couple of bucks. What would happen if you started earning? All right, so there's a couple of people, remember, the nominal guy, and then there's the guy that put in a larger amount for the phenomenal return, and then you're going to have the person that went out there and he's made this a business to start telling people and marketing this as a business so that he could grow his own personal capital amount. All right, so let's just move you guys across here and give you guys a chance to see what happens. Okay, so minimum amount that we're saying, listen, to get involved with CIT at the point in time is $50. So put in $50, and that's where it starts. So I'm not going to jump ahead and show you all other numbers, which look great, but let's start with just the guy that earned, well, that's just putting in $50. And I'm going to round all of this, guys, off because it's going to make sense at the end when I show you a little bit of mining. And let's just make the assumption that 1 token equals $1. All right, just for hypothetical purposes, just keep that in your mind. Okay, so you started with $50. We're going to make the assumption that that's 50 tokens because it's going to make sense a little bit later. And you're going to be earning a 5% weekly commission on that. All right. And I've got here where you reinvest. So we're going to reinvest. Every week we'll take what we've earned and we'll reinvest it, okay? And we're going to go down and we're going to be reinvesting, because if I have to do this month for month, it's going to take a while. So let's skip. We're going to reinvest for 1 year. That's 365 days, 52 weeks. All right? So we've reinvested for 52 weeks, and then you'll start seeing what happens here in January. I say, okay, we'll take half the earnings for the week, and I'm going to take that. I'm going to withdraw it. I'm going to go and spend it, do whatever I'd like with it, etc., etc. And the other 50% we're going to put back in. We're going to plow it in to grow this principal amount that we have here. So we're currently sitting on January 19th, we'd be sitting on $520 from the $100 that we've made. All right, bear that in mind. And from here, what we'll be doing is, in this sense, we will take home $53, and we would have put $53 back in, or 54 actually. Take $54 for this month, and we would have plowed 54 back in. And so you can see as we go on, it's like February, March, April goes to 72, May goes to 80, and bear this in mind, 80 is coming to you in your pocket. You can go and buy bread and milk with it now, and the other 80 is growing. All this started, correct, with a $50 investment. Okay, when did you make your money back? You made your money back already very early on, but you're not going to make a hell of a lot of passive return from $100, right? You need to grow it. So we'll grow it and we'll grow it. And you can see as we hit January 2020, you've hit just over 1,000. You're taking $176 home. Now this, guys, isn't a lot of money, you know, but from a $50 investment to say that you're earning, all right? And around here, you can start seeing that you're earning what you put in, you're actually taking home every week. That's from a $50 investment. on short-term trading, nominal 5% per week coming back at you. This is what it will project. Okay, still on short-term and still staying with the passive earner. All right. So passive earner, this passive earner just put $100 in. We'll use the same concept where we'll plow it back in. We'll plow our profits back in just for 52 weeks. That's 1 year. And on January 19th, we'll be saying, let's split that 50-50. Okay? You've grown your principal amount to $1,000. So that's still your money. That's your money in tokens. You own that. That's your investment there. It's grown. But what's that investment doing for you? It's giving you a return. $107 for the month. Okay? And as you go on, you'll see, let's go another year. All right? You've grown that amount to 3,000, just over 3,500, and you'll be earning $350. And now that's just from 100. So still nominal amount with a bit of patience. You're not doing anything. You're not doing anything. You haven't told anyone you've done this. It's just your $100 that's worked for you. Okay, so let's just, for interest sake, go down. So that's 2 years. End of 2020, right? Puts it 2 years from now. You're making 1.5 per month. 3 years from now, right? January here, you hit 3,000. So 3 years from now, you've got a capital investment of just over $20,000. All right. By that time, CIT's value has grown exponentially. It would have grown exponentially. Okay. And so you got $19,000 in your back pocket. The value of your CIT coin would have grown in value. Plus, you're generating an income of just under $3,000 per month. Guys, do you understand I don't know if everyone understands how strong the system is. It's really, really strong. And we've only touched on 2 things at the moment. We've only touched on the value of your CIT that would have grown. It grew from 80 cents to wherever it is possibly now in 3 years' time. You've grown your principal amount, so the value of what you've put in from $100 in 3 years turned into $20,000. Okay, plus it's generating you a monthly income, and that's just the trading. Okay, so what would happen if I started as a passive earner with 500? Can go a little bit quicker now because I'm sure you guys are catching on the rhythm here. You would have started with 500, same concept. Let's go for a year. Let's apply it back in for 52 weeks. It's going to give you a monthly return now of 539, 595, 6, and that just keeps growing exponentially because remember, 50% is coming to you. So you taking 1,000, but you're also putting back 1,000 through the course of those 4 weeks you would have put back. All right. So just take that, bear that in mind. Every time you're taking, that same amount is getting put back in. All right. And this goes up. Let's see what happens here when we hit January 2021, and then you're earning $8,000, and you're sitting with an investment there of $52,000. So if you went hypothetically and sold all your CIT, you would walk away with about $52,000, according to that. Okay, and that's not even the real value of CIT. That's only if the value of CIT was $1. Now imagine if CIT goes up to 3, 4, 5. You're going to, can you kind of grasp how strong this program is going to get and the value of the coin, how it's determined? Because the value of the coin is actually what everyone should be looking at, and that's hidden. We can't determine that right now because you can't predict all of the assets that are backing it. Right? This is only the trading part of it. Okay? So it sounds a little bit stupid, but I have to be honest with you. For putting in $500 and walking away with a monthly income plus your capital is still lying there, that's yours, still yours. Okay? Carry on. A couple of people have a long-term goal. I know Dion is going to fall into the next category, and he asked me just try and predict this. So This one goes out to Dion, but this is going to give him a good idea of what's going to happen. You know, December, November, December 2025. There you'll hit $1 million with a $500 investment if things stay exactly the same. And I think that's pretty powerful. Plus, you'll be earning an income from just based on this. You'll be earning an income. Okay, we're starting to talk good numbers here. Really, really good numbers. So just remember, when money needs to make money, you also need to be a little bit patient. It's not going to happen overnight. And this is what a lot of passive earners sometimes forget. And they want this quick buck. And the quick buck will come if you're going to put effort in. If you're going to work and you're going to put some hours of effort in every day, you can make this happen a lot quicker. But for people that enjoy doing whatever they're doing and they want a couple of sideline investments that will eventually give them some return, CIT is a perfect answer. You don't have to work for this. All right? Okay, quickly. Just have a quick look here. What happens when you do $1,000? So if you put $1,000 in, same concept. We're going to plow it back in for 12 months. 13th month, that's January. You'll be earning $1,000 per month, and you'll be putting $1,000 into your investment. So in 12 months, you've gone from 1,000 to 10,000 plus you're earning. That's not too bad. Just from $1,000 investment. Okay, $5,000 person comes in here and he invests. Same principle. I've kept it on exactly the same principle. Plows it back in. 12 months later, in the 13th month, this person could possibly look at holding about $52,000 worth of CIT. If it was at $1, bear that in mind. If its value was $1, but the value would be increasing, right? So we're looking at it increases. You bought it for 80 cents though, and it's worth $1.20, and so it will grow. But after 12 months, you know, I think it'll take a year or so, but we can look at numbers of 10 times, 15, 20 times the value, right? So I'm working on that average of $1 at the moment. Just bear that in mind. Okay, so where's this? This is now January 19, and you've plowed it in for 12 months. You'll be walking away with a paycheck of $5.50 a month, with your principal still available to you. You can go and sell your CIT if you needed to, right? And that's 52. This doesn't even take into consideration the CIC coin that you have. And if you've been spending it or saving it, if you've been saving it for the 12-month period, you're sitting with a pretty penny right now in your pocket, okay? Because that would have been also worth. So you got two things growing for you simultaneously, and the one is growing for you, generating you an income. Okay, passive earner for $10,000. Passive earner for $10,000, same principle. I'm working on this 12 months. Put it away. Keep your day job for 12 months and then decide to do what you want to do. Right? Next year, January, you'll be earning $10,000 a month that you're taking home. Another $10,000 is being plowed in here. Right? And you can see how that quickly grows month on month on month on month after 12 months. This is fantastic. Okay? Passive earner of $25,000. There is some people that have asked for larger amounts, so I'm just doing it to benefit them as well. And let's put this in perspective with the 12-month, 52-week reinvest 100%. So we're going to reinvest as well. And in the 13th month next year, January, we're going to keep 50% and we're going to save 50% to keep generating us income. Right, so a person will be pulling back what they put in, basically 27,000, and they'll be plowing back 27,000, and this will be creating them an income all the way through. Just remember that this person has now hit 100,000 already in August, hit $100,000, okay, and they're going to hit $1 million here in CIT, right, March 20. Okay, and they'll be taking home $107,000, give or take. If all these percentages stay at 5%. And that's also something that could, as we increase and the traders better our percentages over time, which I think will happen. I honestly believe the percentages will go up. Remember, money makes money. So the percentages should naturally go up. But we're being conservative. Everything is conservative. And here in March 2020, a person is sitting with capital amount of $1 million, and they'll be pulling $100,000 per month for themselves as long as they go. I mean, it wasn't a quick rich scheme. It's a project. It's supposed to generate you an income passively. It should take you out of your job in a year or two, depending on the amount of capital that you've invested. All right. And that's the strength of this. But please remember, CIT's value will go up. We're matching you CIT to CIC. So you've got value in 2 coins. For the price of 1, you get 2. Okay? So I can't see, this is I can't see how anyone can struggle to understand this. And then that's just passive earning. Okay. Now, what would happen if you got 3 affiliates? Okay, I had to use a scenario. I think there's quite a few scenarios out there, and like I say, I picked the scenario just to kind of give an idea of how powerful this is. But if the person was to start with 100, so I started with $100, and I went and found 3 affiliates, how would it work, and what could you potentially earn? Okay, still based only on your trading and your weekly profits. Okay, so I put $100 in, and 3 of my mates put $100 in, and this is where it kind of gets interesting to see how we all start earning. And we all go with the same concept of we'll wait 52 weeks, and then from January next year, or after the 52-week period, we'll start pulling. Okay, so what starts happening now? $165. Okay, my principal grew to 1,500, 1,700 in that month. I'm pulling $165, and from February it will just keep growing. Okay, when does it start turning into something that's a little bit more nominal? Here we go. So just above global average salary. So November 21, December here, I'll be earning in excess of $4,000 per month, with my principal in CIT standing at about 26,000. And that's if 4 people, me and I found 3, all start with $100. That's how quickly things can change. That's 3 years from now. 3 years from now, I'll be earning $4,500. 3 years from now. But by finding 3 mates, and that's it. I didn't do anything else. We all just followed the plan like I've outlined it here. That's what we've done. Okay? And I just want to say that they all stopped also at 12 months. Eh? They stopped earning you income at 12 months. Only up until the 12th month. All right? So just bear that in mind as well. What would happen if you found 10 mates, 10 friends, all doing the same thing at $100? Okay? Keep it at $100. It's a nominal amount, something that quite a few people would be able to afford to do. And what will happen after 12 months there? After 12 months, 10 of you all did the same thing. I found 10 people where we all doing and following the same little pattern. I'll be earning 460 by January, and I'll hit 1,000, 2,000, where we'll hit 4,000 there in November. November, we start hitting 4,000, and then I'll take home, and I've got a capital amount of 40,000. Guys, this is powerful, and this is only the trading part. Let me show you what happens with 25 people at $100. You find 25 people each putting in $100, following the same principle of 12 months. I'm going a bit quicker now. By next year, January, you're on 3,500. That's in 1 year. In 1 year, you've earned yourself a consistent monthly salary in excess of 3.5, because it's going to be growing and growing and growing and growing and growing and growing and growing. And that's finding 25 people to put $100 in and just compound it for 1 year. And you know what's going to happen with them? They're going to follow suit. They're going to go and find 10 people. What's going to happen when they find their 10? You're going to actually earn 3% from those people. What will happen when those 10, you'll find you're going to earn 2% from those. And you're going to earn that 6 levels deep, and you're going to earn that as many people wide. The more people you get involved, the more money you'll make passively underneath. And that's it. That's how powerful this is. 50 affiliates. Okay, I did this one because I got a lot of mates online, and I want to present this to them. And they got big, they're online marketers, and they got big followings. And you know what? For an online marketer to put an investment of $100 and then go and tell a couple of mates, and they've got a lot more than 50. Most of them can pull in 50 in a week easily. That's 10 a day in a week. Right? What would an online marketer see potential in this? How would they see potential in this business? Well, I'm going to show you. Right? So you go and find 50 people, right? And they each put in $100. Okay? I'm going to follow the same rule. 52 weeks reinvest. All right? So in 1 year, what's going to happen? You're going to earn yourself $71,000 annual monthly salary. It's monthly income, monthly passive income. And at this point, you all stop. When you found your 50, and they all just plowed in. That's what they did. They did exactly what you're doing for 52 weeks. This is potentially what you can be walking away with per month. And then it just grows. And then what's interesting here, you reached $1 million in less than, in a little bit more than a year. In less than 2 years, you've made $1 million. And that's still yours. I'm just flabbergasted. When I started doing this, I just saw the strength of it. And we haven't even touched on mining. We haven't even touched on mining. And that's another income that's coming in. All right. There's a couple of people. We'll run through this quickly. This is just 3 people at $1,000. So if you found 3 people at 1,000 and they all followed suit, 12 months of 12 months to reinvest, or 52 weeks, they're just plowing back at 100% compounding. In January, you'd be at 1,500. Okay, 10 affiliates doing this. So you find 10 people at 1,000. They all follow suit. You'd be on, in a year's time, $4,500. And guys, just remember, this grows every month from there. This 50% is yours. The other 50% is going back in. Why do I keep putting the 50% back in? Because it's saving. You're saving yourself money. You know, if you're living a good life for 10, 20, 30, 40 years, and, you know, we're all going to get old one day. Let's be realistic. And we're going to get to 60, 65. You know, and when we hit 65, I mean, we started in 2018, 2000 and let's say 28 is 10 years down the line. 10 years down the line, you're putting yourself $4.5 million, and you've got a $29 million backing. You want to sell your CIT coins at that point in time and go and find yourself somewhere to sit and relax. You can go and relax in 10 years time. I think that's powerful. Okay, 25 affiliates at 1,000. 25 affiliates at 1,000 brings you in a year's time a salary of 35,000, or an income in excess, and that will also grow. Bear that in mind. And this is all being backed. It's by the trading, but we still haven't touched on mining, guys. We still haven't touched on the mining. Okay, 50 affiliates at 1,000. So again, going out to those marketers, there's a couple of marketers that will go out and be able to achieve this pretty easily. But this is how powerful it now becomes, right? 50 people under you, you're earning your 5% from their investment plus their repurchases for a 52-week period. Okay, they all agree to work the 52 period. You're earning $700,000 by next year, January, and you've created a base or a foundation for yourself of just over 7 more. That's strength, and that happened in 12 months. That's how good this is. And for the online marketers, the strong online marketers, this is a very attractive. For anyone getting on that wants to start their own business, you know, aim for 10 affiliates, 25. Aim for 25 people. Get 25 people involved at $100 each. 25 people at $100 each. And in a year's time, you're taking home $3,500. And you're not doing it. You still got 8 hours a day. If you want to keep your day job, go for it. If you don't want to keep your day job, you've got 8 hours to yourself. You've got $3,500, plus you've got a little bit of savings there in the back generating you some money. That's how strong it is. Okay, mining. Mining, guys, it's going to be very, very hard for us to predict this. But a lot of people are asking, and I just want to try and draw a picture. So please don't hold me to this, guys. It's going to be, it's an example. So it's going to totally depend on what's going to happen when the farm starts. And I have to say that, you know, like mining Ethereum, when we started talking to the businesses regarding our farm and so on, and we started getting what the payouts were then, you know, Ethereum was around $650. And for the farm that we were looking at building, that would have generated us about $9,000 a day. All right. Ethereum's price is now at $1,100, hovering around there. I haven't even done that calculation actually, but I reckon we'd be making just under half, $16,000 per day type of vibe. Okay. So I've done some homework here just to try and give you guys an idea of what you could be potentially taking away. So let's just quickly touch on what we're doing with the mining. We're going to build the farm. All right, that'll all come from ICO sales and things like that. We'll build the farm. And then 50% of what the farm generates per month, we're plowing back into the farm. So we're going to build the farm. So we keep compounding the farm. And the farm needs to keep growing and growing and growing and growing. And this backs us up because it'll keep growing our monthly returns. So each of us will be earning monthly returns on this. Okay, so depending on how many tokens you're holding, there would be an amount allocated per token, and then this would then obviously be paid out monthly based on how many tokens you're holding. Okay, so I've tried to do something just to give you guys an example or an idea of how this could possibly work. Now remember, if you were doing this for 6 months, right? And you started with $100, okay? And I want to use the affiliates because I think it's perfect to use the affiliates. All right. You started with $100. You found 3 people. They're going to be doing the same with you. And in July 2018, around here on our roadmap, we'd like to have the farm start working and operating for us. So if you started 6 months, you haven't earned a cent. Okay. You're going to keep this principal growing just like you want. And if a coin was to be about $1, we'd be looking at you'd be very, very close here to 500 coins. Okay. So you're on about 500 coins at this point in time, started with 100. Okay. And now what would you be looking at possibly earning through the mining that happens? Well, if you're on it, let's say in July, you start with, let's just make this a bit bigger for everyone. You don't have to squint. I don't have to squint. So in July, let's say you take possibly $120 back. Okay. And that's on 500 coins. Now, here we're not compounding anything. Okay. So I'm just trying to give you guys an idea, because what we'll be doing is you're using your other funds to compound, and for the next 6 months you'll be doing that, right? You'll be growing your CIT, but you'll already start earning a couple of bucks. You can choose not to take that and put it into your capital investment. That's just going to make it grow even quicker. All right, so every month you're adding $120, $124, $129 into your investment. You only started with 100, remember? And you found 3 mates and you've been making 5%. So now you're using our business to its full potential. You're starting to use this business. But you only found 3. You didn't find 10 yet. You didn't find 25. You didn't find, we're going to look at that now because that becomes really interesting. Okay, so you found 3 people. They all did the same. We're going on the 52-week plan. All right, but it's 6 months in. Okay, we're 6 months in and you already start pulling $120 extra, and that you can plow into your principal and grow that up until January and then start living life. Okay, all of this is now being done. How much effort was it to find 3 people? It was no effort to find 3 people. Everyone will know 3 people that can get involved. Okay. But now let's take it to a couple of people that are really serious about it and want to speed things up and make things happen for themselves. All right? We're going to go quickly remind you here. 25 affiliates. You went and found yourself 25 affiliates at $100. Okay? Including yourself, you're making it 26. But you're making now a couple of bucks from each one, and you're going to compound for the 52-week period, and you're going to hit January, and you're going to start earning this $3,500. Remember, at July, everyone is still doing what you're doing, and you're compounding at 100%, okay? But you haven't earned anything yet. What would be happening, though, on this side? You'd be sitting with, remember I said to you, $1 to one token to $1, and let's just use that as a rounding off here. You'll be sitting with 3,500 coins, right? 3,500 coins. You'll be earning just less than $1,000 that you'll be taking home. All right, won't be too long because let's go back at $25 by January 19, right? By January 19, you're on 30,000. This is when you start earning that salary, a little income, and that's growing. Every month, that's growing. Guys, just remember, don't forget this. It's also growing. Now what happens with the mining? The mining kicks on. Let's go back. You're sitting on 33,000, right? I worked it on to 25. July, you start pulling 6,000, but let's start here by January. That's where we're looking. That's 7,000. That's $10,000 for the month, right? $10,000. You're gonna add another 7 to your amount. What is that amount? 3, 8, nearly 4. March, you're hitting 4, 5, 7. Okay, let's go and see what happens Christmas time. December. This is end of next year. This is the end of next year. All right, the end of next year, from your trading and your weekly, you're making 10,000 a month. Okay, that's 2.5 a week. That's 10 a month. From your mining, you'll be earning 100,000, and 100,000 would be 100,000 at that time. It's the end of 2019. It's December. You'd be making 44 grand based on 100 of these. Yeah, 45,000. 45,000 by the end of next year. And what did you do? So let's just recap what you did. You found 25 people. All went on the 52-week plan, right? That's 52 weeks. 52 weeks. That's all it is. It took you 1 year. It didn't take you 10 years to save up this money. It didn't take you 15. It didn't take you 20. It didn't take you half your lifetime. Okay? It's you doing a little bit of work. Only finding 25. That's all you needed to do, is find 25 people to all invest $100. Follow the 52-week plan. So they'll go and do the same thing. They'll go and find their 25, but for you, I'm talking about you. You go and find 25 people, $100 each, reinvest it for 1 year. Out of your pocket, only $100 ever came. This is all made from your $100, okay? And by the end of next year, you'll be sitting with $100,000 in your back pocket. You'll be earning a monthly salary of $10,000 plus 40-odd thousand from the mining. Oh, come on, guys. Tell me that this business doesn't work, because this is good business. So for the passive earners, going back to the start quickly here, passive earners, you can get there, right? But you're going to just take a little bit of time to get there, because it's just your money working for you. You're not putting any effort in. You're not doing anything. It's just growing for you, right? You'll get there. Okay. But for a person that is doing the affiliates, and I like the 25 affiliates at $100 each. Okay. 25 affiliates at $100 each. 52-week plan. That means we compound for 100%. Okay. Remember, you worked off $100. I'm going to be there in January. You'll have 33,000. Okay. You'll be generating yourself an income of 3.5. And in July, remember, we've started the farm. Okay. And that farm is going to give you a return on the amount of tokens you hold. And let's just say you're holding those tokens. All right. Okay. You're going to be in this bracket, in excess of this bracket, which will put about $45,000 to $50,000 on top of what you're earning. This is the strength, and this is 1 year. So a lot of people are telling me, but 1 year, guys, but this is going to be around for years. It's going to be making and generating you an income for years. You can go on holiday every month, right? And in 30, 40 years, when you are really tired of all the great service that we've given you and decide, I don't want to be involved with CIT anymore, you're still going to sell your CIT at that current value, right? Because there's going to be other people that are going to buy in. You're going to sell it there at a hell of a profit, okay, and walk away with that. And that's not monkey change. You're not going to be selling that for monkey change. This is all just on $1. Imagine if it was more. All right? The value grows and grows and grows. Guys, this is ridiculous. And I'm flabbergasted myself. I keep going over it. I keep trying to check it. I keep trying to make sure I've done everything correct. And man, I think I've done everything perfect. The ball's just in your court. And this is the easiest way to change your life for forever. And I'm not selling it to you. I've sold it to myself because it's ridiculously cool. And there's nothing like this. And you're not going to have to work for years online or offline. And you're not going to have to work for years telling it. But you're eventually just going to tell people, because they're going to wonder how did you get here? How did you get there? Right? And it'll become so natural, it's going to sell itself. And I don't have to sell it. It's like numbers doing the walking and the talking here. $100. I just want to go over this again, guys. All right. You're going to get yourself 25 affiliates. You need to do the 25 affiliates. 25 affiliates, $100. Go and find 25 mates over the next couple of weeks. Start with your 100 and find 25. It's going to grow. Even if it's odds and ends, and they start at different times, the result's going to get you there just as quickly, okay? We'll get you there. $100, 25 guys. Everyone does it for 52 weeks. Count down the weeks with me. You got, if it's going to be January's done, so we should actually be looking at February, right, for it to stop in 52 weeks, but do it in 52 weeks, okay? You've turned $100 into $30,000. You're generating yourself 3.5. You're mining, if one was to one, $1 to 1 token, you're sitting with 33,000 tokens, right? That's generating you $45,000 a month. Guys, this is very, very, very powerful. And what did you do? The hardest part of this was, for most people would be, oh, but he's telling me to go and find people. 25 people. I'm asking you to go and find yourself, 25 people. Because that's what the result will be. Once you found 25 people, you can stop if you want. Just follow the plan. It's that simple. Okay, I'm going to go over this a couple of times in different ways and different versions, but, you know, for one of my mates, his name's Dian. He's in South Africa. We're going to quickly just run through this for a last time, just for a South African purpose, because I'm sure he's going to use the video to show everybody. Okay, so Dian, I'm going to chat to you quick while I chat to everyone. Maybe they'll just enjoy what I'm saying. But here you start with $100. Okay, you've actually started with quite a phenomenal amount, a lot more. But let's just say we change this into, I don't want to do that. Let's do that. Change that. It's 100. You started with a little bit more, so your capital should actually grow. But you're in the same process. So what's your challenge, Dan? Your challenge is 25 affiliates. You're going to find 25 people at $100. Okay? They put their $100 in, you're going to earn your commission from them, and they're going to follow suit. They're going to do exactly what you're planning to do, and that's work on this for 12 months. Let your capital work for you. All right? What's going to happen in January? Next year, January. And you started on the 1st of January, you just need your affiliates, find your 25 friends to back you up and start joining in the fun here. All right? You're going to sit with a capital amount of 33,000. Okay, let's quickly work that out for you. Equals this times, I think the exchange rate today for you is that. So you'll be sitting with just over 400,000 that you made in 1 year. Okay, by finding 25 people to do the same thing. That's what you'll end your year on as a capital amount in Rand. Okay, what's it going to be generating for you a month? It'll be generating you 41,000 Rand per month, or $3,500. Okay, that's excluding your mining. All right, excludes your mining. That's just what's happening off the trade every week. This is how powerful the system is. Can you find 25 people? I'm sure anyone with enough motivation, and this is motivation, earning a salary of $3,500 or 41,000 Rand per month for going out and finding 25 people and yourself putting $100 together. That's how powerful this is. Okay? What will also happen for you in January? You would have already started earning a couple of bucks in mining. Remember, it's starting in July. So you would have already started earning a couple of bucks. But what would happen in January? January is the big thing. We're all saying, let's do this for 1 year. Let's focus for 1 year. What's going to happen then? In 1 year, you're going to be in this boat. You'll be sitting with those coins, and you'll be looking at about 45,000. So plus your 3.5, you're very close to a $50,000, right? Monthly income. A $50,000 monthly income. So let's just say 50,000 quickly here for you times 11.94, and you'll be looking at 597,000 Rand that you're taking home every month. Okay, that puts it into perspective. Okay, let's just do this for the dollar, guys. All right, equals 3,503 plus around 45,000 puts you at $48,000 per month. Finding 25 people, starting with $100. Focused for a year. Just don't touch it, don't spend it. Just go in every week, check that you're happy with your account, make sure everything is going great, compound for 1 year, and then this is what you'll be doing for the rest of your life. Guys, it will be happening and growing for the rest of your life. That's how powerful this is. Okay, Guys, if you got any questions on this, PM me. I've got the spreadsheet. I'm playing around with it so much, I don't know what it'll look like when it gets to you, because I'm trying to make sure that we get everything right. But please just understand that I'm working on what we currently have as results. Mining hasn't started yet. In between now and then, mining can only, or I believe mining is only going to strengthen. So our results come July will be much better, I think, than what they currently are. If we're mining Ethereum and it's gone from 600-700 when we got the first quote and we started negotiating and just getting an idea of predicting things based on what they were currently doing, and we're looking at $1,100 at the moment, you know, it could possibly be 1.5, 1.7 by the time we get to July. And that's just going to help you. It's just going to add more value to yours. So as I get closer and as I get real numbers with regards to mining, I'll give you an update on this to give you a good idea of what's going to happen between July and January. Because July and January is a little bit of an unknown because we don't know what's going to happen with our mining just yet. But once it's up and it's running and it's doing its thing and we got a result for a month or two, I'll be able to easily tell you because it's predictable. The mining will be predictable except for the price. All right. But I do believe over the long term, it's only going to go up, 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 up. Okay. And this excludes any long-term trading payouts that were made. Okay, so this just gives you an idea. Look, guys, I believe that by July we'll be seeing phenomenal numbers. A lot of these things I believe will be going up. But I've been trying to be very conservative here, and I'm trying to be very realistic on what's going to happen. And I like the 12-month plan. The 12-month plan sets you up for a really phenomenal future, financial future. Okay, you're going to be above inflation. You'll always make sure you've got enough. You'll always have it growing. It will always be going up, 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 because there's all the assets that's backing it are compounding, are growing. Everything around it is growing. So it's only natural. Remember, CIT is the first decentralized coin which is self-sustainable. No hype, no dump, no this, no that. And like I say, you don't have to go for the next year and go and fill up a matrix. You don't have to go and one of my mates is bombed out and isn't paying his monthly fee anymore, and I've got to go and kind of find more people and more people. Here you find people, and what's the hardest thing to do? A one-time payment of $100, and even if he does not recruit for you, if he does nothing, he just reinvests, you're earning, right? If he sticks to the 12 months, that's fantastic. That would be a goal. And for most people that would put in $100, sticking to the 12 months would be natural because they'd want to make this thing grow and be worthwhile. So, you know, it's the guys that are going to be putting in, if you find friends, mates, investors that are putting in $40,000, $50,000, those guys will generally be pulling straight away. And they'll be taking their weekly earnings. But you got a couple of percent from them. And if they do decide along the way to reinvest here and reinvest here, or put it on a compounding structure like what I've done here, where they pull 50 and they're putting back 50 X, Y, Z, listen, that's generating you an income. But set yourself goals. That's what I've been trying to do here for myself. Set myself some goals. And I think for the average person that's starting online, that's never had a business, to the person that has one and is successful and has a huge following, this is a must-see. 25 people at $100 a year from now, you are good. You are solid. The foundation is set. There's nothing that's going to stop it. Right? What's the risk? Go and watch my other presentations, because the risk is like 1%. Nothing is going to stop CIT. It's self-sustaining. Even as we sit here now, with the amount of members we have now, it will never stop. It's only going to just keep growing, 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 growing. Yes, its growth might be a little bit slower, but it's exactly like what's happening here. The quicker we get all this in, the quicker this all happens, the quicker everyone starts benefiting, the quicker we move on the roadmap, right? If we can start mining 2, 3, 4 months earlier, do you know what impact that will have on everyone? If we can get everyone to just find 25 people, even 3 people, we've shown how 3 people can make a significant change to you. But if you find 25 people, which for online business marketers is so easy, really, the guys that know what they're doing and they've got good followings, this is freaking easy. And it's so financially beneficial. And it's not going anywhere. It only grows. Guys, I don't know how much more I can motivate you to get involved in this, but let the numbers speak for themselves. I'm sure you'll watch the video a few times to see this happen. I've worked it out in dollars, and for purposes of Dion, I helped him out a little bit. Dion, I hope it helps you, and I hope it helps the people you're chatting to. And feel free to use the video wherever you guys need to. And if someone sent you this video and you've been watching it, my name's Tony. I'm one of the co-founders of CIT. And I just wanted to make this video just so that I could splurge out, that everyone just understands how strong it is. I don't think people are realizing when we say you earn here, you earn here, you earn here, you really know what you're earning. When you sit down here and you actually start looking at numbers and how they generate you, I mean, Dion, for example, is well on his way to achieving this in January, if not sooner. And he'll be pulling, he'll hit $10,000 by the following year. By the end of next year, he's on $10,000, excluding what he's earning on his mining. And he started this, he's ending this year by starting with 44K. So, I mean, it just shows you how powerful he is. He'll be sitting on 100,000 tokens if those tokens are 1 for 1. So I hope I've got all of this right. It's a lot of numbers to have in your mind at one time, but feel free to let me know if I've made a mistake somewhere, whatever the case may be, that I just redo this if I need to. But please, like I say, this is a projection, only an idea. It's only to try and create some perspective on how strong this program really is. I believe that I've been exceptionally conservative, and I think that you're going to see results even bigger and stronger than what I've predicted. And like I say, I'm just trying to predict what's going to happen. It's very tough to do things like I can't see into the future and know exactly what's happening, but I can give you a good idea of where we're going with this. And this is a nice business. And this isn't something that's going to cost nominally to start for most people. And for the guys that are really putting in the effort, go for it. Go find 25 mates. 25 mates at $100 each. That's all we're saying. Let it and just see the phenomenal change that's going to take place over the next 6 to 12 months. 52 weeks. Count them down. Put a calendar up on the wall. Knock them down. Put your price in, what you made for the week. Compound that and count it down. 52 weeks. How much this can change your life in 52 weeks? It's ridiculous what can happen in 52 weeks. And I mean, I just saw, I've got a lot of online mates and they do a lot of other businesses, and a lot of them love matrices and things like this. And I'm really I really hope I touch a couple of them here with this video. I really do hope so. But I mean, a bit off the topic while I chat to you guys. And there's this program that started literally like 2 weeks ago, in the last 14 days. And, you've got to go and find people, and they've got to each put in an X amount of money and so on into this program. And they sent the link to me, and I went to look at it. But it's also one of those programs that, you got to keep finding people. Along the way, you're going to have to keep finding more people, because it's just natural that people dissipate and they fall off, and that they lose interest. A lot of people will start they bang in hard, and they'll find you 3, 4, 5 people quickly for the first month, and then it's gone. Here, if they find you 3 or 4, 5 people, it still has an impact on you for as long as those people, or if this one falls away, those are still going to be reinvesting. And so things come along. And you know what's very nice is a year from now, when you are hopefully in a position where you do not have to work 9 to 5 or work shifts or do these things, right? When you're in that position and people ask you, man, I'm going to use Dion as example. I'm picking on this client of mine, but if I use him as an example and I say, what are people going to ask him? They're going to ask, how do you do this? Where are you generating income for you to be able to be, having a cup of tea at 10 o'clock on a Monday or a Tuesday in the shopping mall? How is it possible that you can go 3 times a week and play golf? How is that possible? Then it's going to be natural. Well, I invested in CIT. Do you want to know how to get involved? Yeah, but I mean, you must probably have to do this and this and this and that. No, $100. If you go $100, what's $100? And $100 in a year from now, I can make you sit in the same seat that I'm sitting playing golf next to me for $100, earning a salary, a good income, which is growing every month. It's growing because everything's compounding. Guys, this is powerful. So to everyone out there, to the clients I have at the moment, I hope you guys will enjoy this. It was payout day. I'm going to do something on Facebook now quickly. It was payout day again for us today. So you guys should all have reinvested and pulled and done whatever you want to do. And congrats. I'm so glad that we're able to make it happen every week. And fantastic stuff from Kevin as well. He's just flown back in from Switzerland. So he had a meeting with one of the mining companies that we would potentially like to partner up with. So we're going to wait for a couple of proposals to exchange hands there, and so that we can just see and weigh up our options as we get closer and closer on our roadmap. A lot of things happening behind the scenes. And then also just a quick recap for everybody regarding the back office. A lot of people asking us, can they see the results there, and you can see how we compound and how we're doing things. So Kevin and the program have been working together on that one to make sure it happens. So I just wanted to give some feedback, just saying that it's in process, that they are busy with it. And as soon as it's done and ready and so on, it'll appear in the back office, and I'll make sure that you guys are aware it's there, it's functioning, it's working. And that's going to also be a very nice thing in a couple of months' time for the guys to start showing other people that were maybe a little bit complacent or weren't sure what to do, and if they wanted to do it or not. You can show them results, on the screen or on your cell phone or whatever. Check my results that's coming in consistently every week. This is what's happening and growing. Okay, so I'm not here to down other programs. I'm here to make sure that this program is a hell of a success, as it is already, and just to show you the power of it. So just take note, watch the video again. There's a lot of information in here. You're earning in so many different ways, and if you just stick to a nice strategy, everyone will have their own strategy. Maybe you want to compound for 3 or 4 months. Maybe you want to compound for 6, 7 months. I'm just using 1 year as an example because I know how powerful this is for 1 year. Do whatever you're doing for 1 year more. And in 1 year from now, I believe that in most instances, you'll be putting yourself into a position where you can kick the day job, be your own boss, and decide how you want to spend those 8 hours that you've been sacrificing to somebody else, because you'll be generating an income. Okay, guys, that's it from me. I'll catch you on the next video. I hope you guys are enjoying the other videos, and make sure if you've sent this to somebody else, get back to them. You sign up under them, and if you've got any questions, let us know, and we'll do our best to get back to you as soon as possible.